Right, here's the start of the problem. This toilet roll holder is about 6mm or 1/4 inch too narrow, and the rolls I buy, they don't fit that well. So I'll just measure this up and I'll see if I can come up with something a little bit better. Okay. Right, step one, mark about where I want the hole, and I'll go halfway through and then turn it over. Right, we got a hole, that's the start. Now I'll set the router up and I'll come back when I route this. I'll mark it up. I'll cut this to get rid of some of this rubbish off here. It's a lot bigger than what I need. Alright, so I'll come back when I get the router set up. Right, I'm using a small router, not my router bench. It's going to be easier. I've got a small round over bit, so I'll radius this both sides. Because I've got to gain about 6mm and the roller that's in there otherwise probably won't fit. So we'll see how we go. I'll either make a mess of it or it'll come out good. I haven't done this for a while. Not great. I'll get better on the other side. I'll make this for the other side. So I'll come back when I get the other big router set up. Alright? Right, it rounded that over nicely. I just didn't, it's got a ball bearing on here. I just didn't have it hard up against that. So I did that and everything's all good. So I'll get the big router set up and I'll mark this up. I'll chop it, then I'll get the big router set up and we'll go from there. Right, I'll rip this in half on this saw bench. It's going to be loud, so I don't know how this will come out, so let's go. A bit of a failure, so I'll have to work something out here. It didn't come out straight. Alright, we'll come back. Right, I think I've got it sussed. I'm just ad-libbing this, so not taking a lot of measurements just at the moment, but we'll trim this up and we'll get it straight. Took a bit too much off, so I'll trim this other one up and see how it goes. Right, fixed it all up, it's all good now. I won't cut these to length yet because I'm going to route a pattern on here, and after I do that, because I'll get some tear out, then I'll size it properly. Alright. Right, it's helpful when you've got all the tools. Now, what this is a doweling jig. I bought it's very expensive. So I've got these pieces roughed out, and what this does is you can set the depth. Everything will be exactly the same. It's got a stop on the drill bit so you don't go any deeper. So these will be blind dowels that I'll put in here with this. So I'll do that and make sure it all fits. It's all coming out okay. This will be rounded off. I've got a jig for that. And when we get on the router bench, we'll show you that. Alright, so I'll drill these dowels and hopefully they'll fit. If they don't, I'll start again. Right, don't you love it when a plan comes together? This is simple to change the roll, just pick it up. It's quite stable. I've got to reuse that. I don't have a lathe and I make another one, but it fits in there good. Because I rounded those off, it fitted good. These blind dowels, they just push together a little bit out, but not much. I'll get that with a belt sander. Perfect. So get this marked out. I'll work out where these mounting holes have got to go, and I'll get that done. Then we'll move over to the router bench. Right, I'm not going to film this. I'm starting to route some edges on these, and I'll put a machine on to round these corners off. I tried different cutters and some real quite fancy ones, but they're hard work. This Triton router table is absolutely a beauty. I've got a 3.5 horsepower router in it. It'll take any bit. So I'll get these cleaned up, and then I'll come back to it. There's not much point. I mean, this thing must make so much noise. Alright, come back later. Right, having some camera problems with memory card. Marked out for where I'm going to drill the mounting holes. I've got some super duper tools arriving today. I've got some dents in these side pieces. I routed this. Unfortunately, the video I made of the routing wouldn't load, so I don't know what's going on. I just changed the memory card in this because another video I made, nothing came out. So you can see a dent there. I'll fill those. I'll go over this with sandpaper, fill it, and get it ready. It won't be perfect. This is, I think this is basically firewood. It's kiln dried, and what it is bad bits of timber that's been chopped off after the milling process, and they just sell it cheap for firewood. It burns good. It's hot. It's dry because it's kiln dried. So when I get all this filled and sanded and back together, I'll stain it with a bit of coffee, and I'll put some polyurethane on it, and I'll stick it on the wall. Alright, bye. Well, it looks like I'm having coffee. Well, I'm not. I'm actually using that to stain this wood. Pretty well got to the end of this. A bit of a prototype. I think I might make another one, but not this time, probably next year now. Got a few screws on the bottom 3 so it'll sit level, and I'll try this copy. On a scrap bit of wood, and it looks like it's given it a good colour, because it will change when it dries. So I'll let that dry before I do my masterpiece. Looking good, actually. Impressed. Alright, we'll come back when I get this done. Right, this is going to finish up being a prototype. I'll build a better one next year. I made a few mistakes with this. I tried everything. I tried coffee, I tried tobacco, I tried tea, I tried the vinegar with steel wool, and you finish up with that mongrel colour. Look at that. I mean, I tried just about everything with that, so I give up now. And all it's going to do is have some polyurethane in it, and that's going to be the end of it. So next time you see this is going to be in use. Right, this started life with me as a toilet roll holder and ended it as firewood. Well, Candy Flare, This started out as firewood and is now my new toilet roll holder, and it's actually going to work brilliantly. So there you have it, my woodworking skills is over. It's not my best effort, but it's going to have to do.